two homes right next door to each other catch fire.
This happened late last night, corner of Pearl and Pine Streets. Kristen Burnell live right now in Providence with the challenges firefighters faced here. And Kristen, this is not the first time one of those buildings actually caught fire recently.
Yeah, that's right. Patrick and Kate crews arrived on scene yesterday to both 431 and 433 Pine Street. Someone was inside the home but made it out safely at 431 Pine Street. But on 433 Pine Street, that house was actually vacant at the time, as that was the scene of a fire last year.
Especially with the previous fire, so there's previous fire damage. It also allows the fire to spread that much quicker. So it is a significant hindrance for our operations.
Investigators are still trying to figure out where exactly the fire started, but you can see heavy smoke surrounding both of the homes when 12 News first arrived on scene around midnight last night. The Deputy Assistant Fire Chief tells us some of the other challenges firefighters faced.
When the first alarm companies arrive, and now they have two houses involved, well involved as these were, our assets get spread pretty thin very quickly. The first chief on the scene was able to make it a second alarm right away, and then when I got on scene, I made it a third alarm just to get more manpower here, and then separate it, because at that point we had two separate building fires.
Now, the same crews responded to a different fire on Indiana Avenue just hours before this fire broke out. We'll take a look at some of the damage that also sent one person to the hospital coming up in the next half hour. For now, reporting live in Providence this morning, Kristen Burnell, 12 News.
Latest now in this breaking overnight news out of Providence. Two neighboring homes caught fire late last night.
Yeah, it was a busy night for those firefighters who just got done battling another fire at two different homes just hours earlier. Kristen Burnell joins us now live in Providence with what we know about all of these fires. Kristen.
We do know that both of these fires left behind some pretty extensive damage, with 4 homes and a boat involved, causing some challenges for firefighters. Now, thick smoke filled the air on Pine Street overnight for hours, with flames erupting from the house on 433 Pine Street around 11 o'clock. The Deputy Assistant Fire Chief says nobody has lived at that house since a different fire there last year, that one leaving behind substantial damage. Meanwhile, we do know that one person was living in the basement of the other home next door on 431 Pine Street. That siding now completely charred.
The first fire building, the 433, we were able to get that under control without having to pull firefighters out. The larger building, the 3-story one, we ended up having to pull firefighters out and put the master streams to work, because there was a significant amount of fire up in the attic, and we just couldn't get it from inside the house very well.
Taking a look at a different fire on Indiana Avenue that broke out yesterday afternoon. Investigators say the flames started on a boat and spread to both homes. One person was taken to the hospital. Her vitals were stable, but her condition is not known at this time. 6 adults and 5 children were displaced from one of the homes. Meanwhile, the house next door was empty at the time and did not sustain as much damage. Now, the cause of both of these fires remain under investigation at this time. Reporting live in Providence this morning, Kristen Burnell, 12 News.